Hey guys, welcome to the lab. We're back with some more exclusive content. We got Aaron back in the house today for another filler type episode of Sundaze with the Clink Room. Aaron, how you doing?
What's up? I'm great. How about yourself?
Good. Thank
Happy
you for being flexible. I have
no problem.
Some travel plans for the weekend, so I'll be out of town, and we need to record this episode a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And you stepped up, so thank you for that.
No problem at all.
Perfect.
So, giving you the daytime look here.
So. Yeah, exactly. All right. So I guess we'll cut to the chase. Let's get right into it. So Clink Room had a big Deadstock drop. So let's cover kind of what released, and then I'm sure we both picked up a good number of these. So what are your thoughts on these four? So With Sprinkles, Relax, Holy Guacamole, and Bonsai Tree.
Bonsai is one that I got on the pre-order, and I really like it. Again, as we've talked about a million times, I gravitate to any kind of Asian themed design, so that was an insta-cop for me, without a doubt. I've taken a bit of an interest for some reason in Relax and Holy Guacamole, just because, especially Holy Guacamole, because it's kind of a fun, it's a funner logo. It gives me a theme night vibe, sort of thing. But I wouldn't grab either of those just because the color is just too bright for me,
Yeah.
But I really have taken a liking to those logos. And then, I thought Sprinkles was pretty cool. It's fun. I get the idea, what's going on there.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to, we saw the other one. I think it was Donuts, which was like the donut in the cup. It's kind of similar scheme, kind of Dunkin' Donuts sprinkle-esque. So this is kind of a new take on it with Sprinkles. He's doing the dunk,
and well done too. I really like the creative way they that they came about making that up. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, he's got like the little donut hole basketball. In Canada, we call those Timbits, but yeah, donut hole.
Tidbit. Do you really call them tidbits rather than donut holes? Huh?
Well, because we get them from Tim Hortons, so Timbits.
Oh, Timbits. Okay,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Relax. Yeah, the Relax reminds me of the I think it was like Catacombs by Casey.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Yep.
The skulls making up an image. Reminds me a little bit about like when Forrest Gump watched.
I was just thinking that. I was literally just thinking that. Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny how that kind of image can stick with you.
Yeah, I think like if he just would have went all black, gray under, would have been way more. I mean, it's kind of
a little more wearable, but I get it.
It's kind of Pirates-esque, so it's not too bad to be wearing. But with the guacamole, I would have just did the lime green on the under, make it all black.
Yeah. But I really like the logo. I took a closer look at it recently, and I like it a lot better than I originally thought. And I toyed with grabbing it on Deadstock, but I had other stuff that I wanted to grab. So.
Yeah, he's got that God series too with a bunch of different.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then Bonsai, pretty solid. He's got a bunch of skulls hidden in a bonsai tree. Little hat there. Good job. All right, moving forward, we got PB&J time, Toxic Traits, Reaper's Revenge, and Cryptids. Any thoughts here?
One of them there I've been waiting for since the pre-orders originally shipped. And it's Toxic Traits. As soon as I saw it embroidered, I was just kicking myself for not ordering it on the pre-order. So I've literally been staking out Deadstock since it went to shipment. So I even went back to like all the pre-order groups and started trying to figure out, if I could time it up as to when it was coming, so I would make sure and not miss it. And I actually did a pretty good job of timing it up and knowing that, the week that it was going to come. But I picked it up and got it in hand, and it does not disappoint, man. The embroidery on this is just so good.
Look at the levels of like texture.
Right? Yes. So much texture. And the cork stopper, just, you know, surprisingly, for being such a small element, is just perfect, you know, against that color. It just
Nice.
looks so good. So yeah, really, really good here. Super glad I got this. But yeah, I was, like I said, I've never been this engaged in Deadstock up until I was waiting for that hat. It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, like
then,
even for us, like we like see so many mock-ups and you think you know, but then
yeah,
when they come in,
right.
like he just hits you with some good shit.
Right. I didn't expect, I think I just didn't expect the color, you know, the color gradation and the bubbles to like really come across so well. And just and I really like the hands, you know, the hands just coming out at you just look so good. So I mean, overall, definitely one of my current favorites, without a doubt.
Nice.
And that cryptids has been I've been taking another closer look, and I like the way that it turned out. I really I'm growing more interested in it. I don't know why I hesitated on it before, but I think I just kind of talked myself out of it, in the sense of, you know, I didn't quite understand the whole idea of cryptids, but I think that, you know, the more I read about it, the more it makes sense. So I thought that turned out pretty good. And the other two, you know, a good Batterman stance, you know, or pose, you know, always works on a hat like this. And I love the lighting in Reaper's Revenge. I really love the brightness there in the face of the Reaper. I think that's a good look. And then, you know, Sierra did a great job with the PB&J time. You know, the jelly flying off, you know, the knife as it's in the swing is pretty cool. I think that's a neat element.
Are you a grape jelly or a strawberry jelly type of person?
I gotta say, I think I could go either way, but if it's white bread, which I rarely eat, if it's white bread, it's got to be grape jelly.
Yeah,
if it's white bread, it's got to be grape.
I think grape tastes better, but I think strawberry's more practical, if that makes sense. But he's kind of got both in the hat, so that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that with the color of the hat.
Yeah, I wish the peanut butter was a little bit darker. But it's still solid. That swipe there takes me back to Fart Squirrels with Ink Park. That kind
of okay.
Whoosh.
Yep. That whoosh with the tail. Yeah.
That's an awesome effect. And then Reaper's Revenge, like Ryan Simmons is kind of matched at that kind of 3/4 batting stance. He had the clown, I believe. He's got this one.
Yes.
And I believe he had another one as well, but all solid entries. For sure. All right. And then I think the next two are 3 hats at a time. So Bitter Rivals, Roman Ronins, and Buck Off. I feel like these shipped a long time ago, but
I felt like that too, but it really wasn't that long ago, honestly.
Okay.
You know, it definitely wasn't, you know, especially the Ronins. Both that and the Bitter Rivals, you know, I mean, that was it actually was fairly recent, you know, in the grand scheme of things from Clink shipping. But you know, how can you go wrong, you know, with this story that TJ's created with the Shadow Socks and the Ronin? I mean, you know, from the start, I've been in on this one, and so of course I got both of those. And Bitter Rivals is just, you know, that was one I was super excited to get, and so in hand, that one is spectacular. It's really well done. I wasn't so sure how 2 characters, you know, would really work in there like that, but he did a great job with that drawing, and you know, obviously the Clink Room did a massive job bringing it to life. You know, it looks fantastic. Roman Ronins, you know, again, you know, what more can I say? It just just fits that style perfectly. It's a great ending chapter, if you will. I don't know if that's the end of it, you know, but I'm assuming that it is. And I really enjoyed it a lot. And then this Buck Off, dude. Okay, so I'm not a fan of Realtree camo. I never understood the hype, never got it at all. Again, though, as soon as I saw the finished product, I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to buy that.
Yeah, it's something that like Clink Room kind of moved away from a little bit with all the the prints and stuff. But yeah,
right. So so that's one that I just got in. So
oh, you got a big old leaf at the front.
yeah, it's really cool, and it's got the tree trunk running underneath them. I thought that was pretty cool too, or at least that's what I think it is.
Yeah. Damn, you got a
But yeah, I'm really happy with it. And that's the fun part about it too, is the fact that every hat's going to be different. So
yeah,
turned out really well. Now, do I see myself buying any more Realtree? Probably not. This is gonna be one of the exceptions, but it's a good one. It really turned out well.
Let's compare prints. So looks like I got a big old leaf here.
Okay.
And then I got a big green one, which is really cool.
Okay, I don't have any green leaves on mine.
Yeah, and then
that's cool. That's it. That is a really cool difference there.
Yeah, I didn't get any stamps, so all the resellers they look for the Realtree stamp.
Right, I know that's a big thing.
But I don't mind not having the Realtree.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like yours is more like a white and mine's more green.
Right.
It's cool to kind of compare the differences.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. You don't get to do that often. So that's pretty cool.
But great job, Phil and Style. I'm hoping to meet up with Style on the 14th. We maybe catch up.
Oh, very nice.
Cardinals game.
Oh, you know what I didn't realize? The crown, the crown is 100% cotton.
Cotton.
I didn't realize that. Okay, I didn't realize that about the Realtree. Okay.
Yeah, they're all cotton. So I guess it's all sublimated.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
gotcha.
All right, and I think there's one more. Yeah, so the last three: Buried at Sea, Leaf Leapers, and Self-Made. So, we got a little 3-pack here: COD, J, and Sierra. So, I think last week had a bunch of the Halloween ones too. So this week is
there was I think last week was the other pumpkin with the juggling the candy corn. Frankenstein and I think the bite size. I think that was part of it too.
Yeah. I think there was 2 hats too that I forgot to review.
I was tossing around getting the pumpkin. I don't remember who did that one. The pumpkin juggling the candy corn. I was really toying around with getting that one. And then it was extremely popular. It went super fast on Deadstock. So by the time I got done thinking about it and decided to go get it, my size was gone already.
Yeah. In terms of like hat collectors holidays, those are like Halloween is like got to be like the best one.
Oh, for sure.
The different ones, because you can wear them things all October leading up to it.
Yep.
You kind of get away with it. After it's kind of
it's kind of iffy. Right. Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
But for sure, October is like a good time to bust them all out. But in terms of pickups, I'll show you what I grabbed. So obviously, like you, these were like Instacops.
Yeah.
So
100%.
he had the ninja guy by himself, then the Ronin by himself.
Yep.
I think the Ronin was missing an arm. So this is probably
there was 2. Okay. I feel like there was 2 Ronins before. I think the first one he was whole. And then the second one, he was missing an arm. I could be wrong.
I think the guy without the hat was missing an arm, right?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah,
this battle's epic. He also had a version where it was like a lot of smoke and all the different
and it's just the weapons. Yeah.
So for him to just have this series, like man, killer, and then the embroidery's killer.
Yeah, it's amazing. And one of the things that that I've always told TJ that I liked about his designs is that he creates these characters that I instantly want to know more about them. I want a story because the image he gives us just, to me, it just, it says something and I want to know, what's the story that it's trying to tell? Because he really does a great job at capturing that essence.
Exactly. And then we picked up this one. So this one was almost like a dead zombie.
Right.
Samurai type thing, and it kind of reminded me a little bit of Gears of War with the logo here.
Okay.
But this like kind of like metallic pink that I don't even know what color that is.
Right, I'm not sure. Yeah, but it really makes it pop.
Yeah, so that one's killer.
Yeah,
and then this one reminding me a lot, like I said, of the
you did. Okay,
squirrels. So I did grab it.
Yep.
Look at the embroidery on.
Right. That's nice and chunky there. I didn't realize that
Swoosh.
it was that full. That's neat.
Yeah, we haven't seen like a swoosh like that since Ink
Right.
Art Squirrel.
Right.
So that one's epic. And then
Yeah.
Ryan Simmons, just to kind of start my Ryan
Hmm.
Simmons collection.
Right. No, that turned out great. The colors in that really pop and just gives it, like I said, it just gives it a good light element, that I always think is fun in embroidery to really
Exactly.
see how that's pulled off.
Exactly. All right. So those were my pickups, and then we'll get into the last call. So these 6 designs that we're about to cover, all 6 of them, their pre-order ends tonight at midnight. So you'll have a chance to catch these for about $10 cheaper than Deadstock. So you will get these as soon as they arrive after the pre-order. So Underworld Guardian, Quartermaster, Let Him Cook. What are your thoughts on these?
For me, the standout of these 3 was Quartermaster. It really, it's a nostalgia thing for me, obviously, because growing up in the 70s and 80s, it was all about being at the arcade for me, as a kid and playing arcade games, and this just really just brings that memory to mind, and of course the colorway is great. I think it's just right. Every element about it to me is just right for me. The cool shades and the quarter. I really dig it. So that was definitely a pretty instant decision for me on that one. Underworld, I like it, but it's not my style. So it's not something I can see myself wearing, but I like it because the level of detail in there is really cool. And we've I find myself looking at really highly detailed designs, wondering, oh man, how's that gonna translate in embroidery? But you would think after the number of years that I've been buying Clink Room hats, that I would just stop asking that question, because it's
Yeah.
gonna turn out good. It's gonna look really good. It really is. And then Let Him Cook, I think, is a super fun logo. I'm always looking for the fun stuff in a logo. I think this is great. The colorway is a little bit over teal for me, or whatever color you want to call that, but I think that just the character himself, is really good. It reminds me of old cartoons, with Bugs Bunny and a big cauldron, being baked by the witch or whatever,
Yeah.
So I think it's fun. I think it's a good one.
Yeah, these are all strong pieces. I would say the middle and the right have a little bit more of a story to it. The left one is more like historically accurate mythology type piece. But definitely a good trio here.
Yeah, strong entries for sure.
And then we got Kiss of Death, Patriot, and Love Is Blind. What are you thinking on these ones?
I really like the idea of Love Is Blind. I think that whole Braille, the Braille thing under the logo is very cool. I think that's a fantastic touch. I think that's gonna come across really well. I think it's gonna look neat when it comes through. Good colors on there, and the dog's cute. It's a good design overall. The Patriot, the only thing, and maybe I didn't look into this enough, but the Patriot, the only thing that throws me off is the plain blue field on the flag.
On the flag,
I've never, I've looked at it a few times, and I don't quite get it, but I'm not big on the American flag and stuff. I read an article, like, I don't know how many years ago, but I read an article several years ago about how people from other countries view Americans when they come to visit. And one of the things that stood out in this article that's always stuck with me is we don't understand why they always wear the American flag all over their clothes. And so it's just, it's made me think, about that. And so I'm more picky about, the patriotic stuff that I'll get. Not that I'm, that I don't find patriotism a good thing. It's just, there's certain elements that I like to have the flag on, and other stuff that I'm, that I don't need it on. So, but I think it's cool. I think the eagle, the embroidery on the eagle is going to turn out really good. I think he's going to come out looking really, muscular and defined. I think that's going to be pretty cool. And then Kiss of Death. What else can you say about his skull? The skulls are popular, and I like the the theme that they were coming across with in terms of Kiss of Death. I totally get the visual that they were coming with. I typically don't buy a full skull, element. I like other stuff as part of it, but I think, again, if this is your style, I think it's going to turn out really well. I think that skull's going to pop in the embroidery. I think it's the detail that you're going to be able to get out of it is going to come out really good.
Yeah, I think like these three, Love is Blind, like when you're factoring in all factors of the hat, I think is the best hat. Story, theme, drawing, art,
right,
whatever.
Right.
Kiss of Death looks the best, and Patriot feels like a Clink hat, like one of the atypical. It could be a minor league hat, could be a Clink hat. But I'm with you.
Sure.
The stars throw it off a little bit. I don't know if you are like can sub it for like little tiny ones, like then it becomes like an issue. I know one time I think someone tried to use one star and then that turns into a Liberia flag. So it's like,
oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So
right.
It becomes difficult with
right.
With kind of
and then if you try and do multiple ones on there, then it's just going to get muddy and it's not going to come across the way that you want it. So I get it.
It'll pretty much be dots.
Yeah.
Really,
right.
Like specks of white. Right? I mean, maybe you can get a little bit out of it, but you're not going to get a lot out of it.
Right. But, getting a reasonable pattern out of it is going to be difficult at best. So,
especially since it's arched, right? So it's like you can't even go straight. You'd have to,
yeah, very true.
Yeah, there's so much to it, but
right.
I think they tried to make up for it with the thing there, but
with the stars going across the top, for sure.
Jason V always does clean work. I think I would have played with like that little the wreath under it a little bit. Maybe make it more vertical so it's more behind.
Gotcha. Rather than kind of wrapped around it.
Yeah, but it's a solid trio. I think I would, if I were to pick, I would pick these three over the first three, but still not a bad 6-pack.
Yep.
All right. The Deadstock now, a little different Deadstock this week. So, Clink dropped 3 sets of pins.
Oh, the shock drop. Yes, I got you. Okay.
So basically, there was no shock drop this week. It's the pins. So, how it works is each pack is $22. Was it
$22 US?
$22. Yeah, but if you buy all 3, you get them for 63 for 60.
Right.
So you do save a little bit. People. This harkens back to like the collector stuff, and I hope it encourages a little bit of trading now because
that's what I'm hoping too.
Yeah, so we'll see. They didn't make any ones like super rare or whatever. I just think you just have a 33% chance,
right?
The alternate ones. So we'll review them real quick, and then we'll open some because Casey's
okay. Sounds great.
So basically how they work is they all kind of fit on the back of the
back hit, the Kong.
The Kong on the back. So I think that's like a really cool and innovative way to do it. We do see a lot of like flag, I guess, enhancement type pins, but this is the first of its kind for Clink. So I think it's really cool. It's like an interactive piece. Ephra did it, and Ephra's work is always going to be clean.
For sure.
I heard if these do well, it could line up work for future artists too. So
nice
to see how these do. So set 1 is a sombrero, the hat, the headphones, and then the 3 mysteries are the stacked cap, the Viking, and the pirate hat. Set 2, we got, which I think might be the best one out of them all, the luchador mask, the navy fitted, the glasses, and then the 3 mystery pieces are the beer helmet thing, the top hat with the arrow through it, and then the astronaut. That one's pretty rad too. And then the 3rd set, which I think overall this is the best set of pins personally. So we got the bandana,
all together. The whole thing.
We got the bandana, the crown, the light blue cap, but then we got the samurai helmet. The pixel shade mask and the ski mask as the mysteries.
The mystery.
So
the ski mask and the samurai helmet are the ones that I'm most excited about. out of
Yeah,
all of
even
them.
the bandana looks badass too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does. It does really.
Yeah.
It does look really well.
And the
And
crown. So the potentially you could wear the bandana, the glasses, and the crown or the hat at once.
right?
Right? So I don't know. I'm excited. I ripped
Uh-huh.
one pack last week.
Yeah.
With Steven. But I wasn't sure when they were really dropping. I had a rough idea, but I didn't want to spoil all of them. And apparently I spoiled it for Paco, so I tried Paco. But let's rip a pack. So
that's how they come. That's what they look like. It's a blister pack on the front, but on the back side, it's just flat, right?
Yeah, just flat.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
All right. So what pack do you want me to rip today?
Let's do 3 since we're both excited about 3. Let's do 3.
All right, let's do 3. So got the trusty knife here. Trying to
I love that. I love the back packaging having all the pins across all the series, including all the mystery. That brings me back to here's the nerd in me, but it brings me back to Star Wars figures when I was a kid.
Right.
Because when you got the Star Wars figures, the cardboard backing had all the figures that in the series that you could get, and I would just spend hours just looking at that, just going, okay, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one.
Yeah.
So,
and then the blind factor that reminds me of some of like those Kid Robot. Things. Oh man. So I got the glasses, I think. This is like ripping cards all over again.
Yeah, right.
So
they're even in little bags too?
Yeah, you can't even see
nice. Them. Okay, that's cool. I like that.
So we got that one. Remove the backs on all these. Yeah, the bandana's badass. We got the hat, the light blue hat.
Very cool. Now, I know one thing for sure I'll be doing is going through a bunch of old pins and stealing a bunch of rubber backs to swap out.
Oh, yeah. I do not like the metal backs.
No.
It's because they spin. They don't hold it in place.
Right. That's dope. I like that a lot.
And last but not least. Yeah, this one.
That's great. That's great. And Omar's picture that he showed with that on there with the bandana on, that's solid. It looks so good on the hat. Yeah, it totally does.
I can't help it. Let's rip it. Let's rip it. I just want to see what we get here.
Right.
Because then I can start sending out some of my extras to some of my friends. Well, this feels big. What the heck is this? The set 2 could have been
the astronaut helmet, maybe.
Yeah, this one feels. Oh yeah, I got the astronaut helmet.
Nice.
Yeah, see, this is like
and that reaction right there, dude. That's exactly what Casey's after. That's cool. That is so dope. I love that.
That's badass. All right, thank you for doing that, and I'm sure I'm gonna have some extras, so. You gotta flip me over your mailing ID.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I get you on some of my
right on. That'd be great.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm with you about the whole trading aspect. I'm really looking forward to that. Just in hack groups and just general, just back and forth. That people are going to be like, hey, look, I got doubles of this. I'm looking for this one. That'll be great. I'm really looking forward to that.
Exactly. All right, so I'm gonna be missing tomorrow's this weekend, or if you're watching Sunday, I missed Fridays this week in Caps where we usually cover the pre-orders. So we'll cover them now since we don't have since I won't be on the show. So Brain Rot and Dangerous Waters are the first 2. What are your thoughts?
Both of those are absolutely going to be in my cart without hesitation. I really like the color change on Dangerous Waters because it really helps the shark become more defined and better visible, and the shadow is popping like it wasn't before. You know, I mean, you could see it before on the original colorway, but this colorway is just right. You know, I think that this was definitely the right change. If I had to do something different, I might have considered, you know, a gray UV rather than that dark UV that's on there. I'm hoping that's navy blue rather than black.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, and I might have considered maybe doing a sneaky two-tone on the, you know, with the brim, and just doing a different shade of the blue to, you know, just to give it more of the inconsistency that you would see in ocean colors, you know. So I think that would have been pretty cool. But as it is, I love it. I think it's really cool. I think that the markings on the shark are more visible. I think it just looks really cool. I really like that.
Would you have considered a white button?
I didn't think about that. I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah, or even like a lighter.
I wouldn't hate that at all.
Blue,
right,
and then like what you said, so the sneaky two-tone, so the tone from the shark itself,
right,
the tone of
there you go.
And then I don't like normally like a really, really dark under, but here it kind of makes sense because it's like the shadow.
Yeah, sure.
So it kind of works. Brain rot is really cool in the sense that like when we first were reviewing it, we're like, this breaks like the color rule, because they normally try to limit it between 6 to 8 colors.
Right.
And then I see a couple of the changes that they did to kind of get it down to that.
Okay.
That like the requirement, and I think
I haven't compared yet to see the differences.
Well, I think in itself, he had 6 colors just
in the mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then now it looks like they repeated green and repeated yellow, so that
okay, gotcha. Got it.
And then the outline isn't a different color; it's the same blue within. So they kind of did some tricks.
Got it. Sure.
In the background to kind of make it fit that.
And then the outline of the TV itself is the same color as the outline that's used on the facial featers too, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, that's what I mean. So like that blue is used 3 times as opposed to having the outline a different color.
Yeah.
So a couple little tricks, you know.
Was the crown and the brim the same unchanged from the original submission?
I want to say like that Volt green was an under, but I could be wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that changed.
Yeah, so it looks like they toned it down a little bit. I mean, I don't mind a little Volt green, but it's still pretty badass. All right, moving forward.
I like that. Yeah.
We got Phil Hauser's Close Shave, and then Timekeeper, another Sierra gone. So I think Brain Rot and Timekeeper were Sierra. So.
Oh, nice. Oh, good for him. That's cool.
What do you think of the Close Shave?
I never thought that we would need as many shaving themed designs in the Clink Room that we currently have now, but I like it a lot. You know, I think it's a fun turn. I really like the way they made the brush into the face, and you know, and how that turned out. I think that's clever. I really dig the way that looks, and the razor blade looks pretty cool too. I just like the old timey feel of the brush handle and the blade handle as well. I think that comes across really, really well, and the color's good for it too. I love that contrast on the navy blue with the brown and white. I think that looks good. Definitely something I'm going to strongly consider.
Yeah, he pretty much hid a skull in there too, which is pretty cool.
Right, exactly. Which, you know, as we know, is you know, one of the top recipes, you know, for success and getting a design, you know, to be popular. And I think that kind of fits the bill. But I think overall, I really like it. I do.
Yeah, Timekeeper. It looks like they kind of
they elongated the hourglasses, huh?
Well, not just that. It's like they just kind of pared down a lot of the details and just refined the line work, I think.
Okay.
The original piece, while it looked good, it looked like it was more set for like a concert T-shirt. And this is
gotcha.
Right. Kind of simplified it, and certain lines have been bolded.
I felt like in the original design, the hourglasses they were almost too covered up by the hands.
Yeah.
And because I remember the first time, when you guys, I feel like when you guys looked at it with Stevie, that I couldn't tell originally what he was holding. I thought it was cans, you know, like beer cans or something. I realized that it was hourglasses initially, and now I think that I don't know if there's really any changes. Maybe it's my imagination, but I feel like it's a little bit more realized as a hourglass now.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely simplified it and
Hmm.
elongated it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
it's a badass piece.
Hmm. Definitely.
All
And
right.
I mean, ever since you mentioned it, I can't get Iron Maiden out of my head
Yeah.
every time I see
For
it.
sure. All right, we got Shaka Bloom. I believe that's Win Studios, and then Merc
Uh-huh.
Instruments.
Yep.
What do you
That's
got?
Heather's. Um, Merc Instrumentals. I remember when she first put this out, and I really liked it before. I really like it this time. I'm not sure if it's changed at all from the original submission, but I really dig it. And I'm going to support anything Mercs. I mean,
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love the guys. I'm always going to support stuff that's about them, and I think Heather did a really good job on this. I think it's a fun reinterpretation of the logo that we've seen for the different logos we've seen for the Mercs, and I think it's a really cool look. I
Mhm.
definitely will be getting this. Shaka Bloom, I feel like I remember when he had first been putting this out. I like the idea of the Shaka with the floral print inside. I'm just not a big fan of the colors being so similar inside and out. Between the crown and inside the logo itself. I would have rather have seen a different crown color on this, just to let that Shaka really pop even more. Because I feel like right now it kind of blends a little bit too much for my taste. But I still think it's fun. I dig stuff like that. I've always bought the Hawaiian influence stuff as well.
Yeah.
And so like the lays and stuff like that, I've always had fun with. So I'll give this consideration, but I wish it was a different crown color.
I almost wish they just would have went mono on the hands, the color fill, and then just did
Okay.
that floral pattern, that the dark floral pattern. What I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, and just use that as the button and the crown. I mean, the button and the visor, and then you would have just did like a rag.
Oh,
Sure.
I see what you're saying. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I could see that working a lot more.
Or if you
Yeah.
want to get crazy, you just negative space it. So you just do the floral pattern on the crown, and then just have a hand.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it will be cool to see how it turns out. I mean, we'll
Yeah,
see.
I
If
agree.
it's like really puffed out and has the details still,
Mhm.
it could look pretty rad.
Right.
And, yeah, I think Heather nailed
Yeah.
this one. I mean, the resemblance to Paco, like you could see Paco
Yeah, totally.
in
Yeah,
this.
it's great.
Not
Mhm.
not so much Blaze too much. I mean, that's just like it to me. It just looks like a kind of like a regular
Yeah,
like
sure.
gorilla, if anything.
Yeah,
But
but Paco's
but the
definitely captured
glasses
there.
with the Paco,
Mhm.
it looks like
Yes,
Paco's.
absolutely. Yes, I agree.
Um,
I agree.
it looks like his expression too. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's
yeah,
well done for sure. Yeah.
it's fun, and you can see her like kind of evolving her style and getting
Mhm.
better. Like
Yeah,
the outline is kind of like a lighter purple, and then it's kind of
right.
just flows into Paco's face almost.
Right. Yep.
There's different levels of purple in here. Like I almost see like it almost feels like there's 4 levels of purple, but there's probably like 2 or 3. But
Yeah. No, I feel you.
the
Yep.
color play is really really good.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
shout out to
definitely.
shout out to them. So yeah. So with that being said, there will be no crits on Monday. So there will be a curated type drop again. So we saw um, the Bat Week. So
Right.
I have no
Yes.
clue on what is dropping. I just know that there is a curated type drop. So keep an eye on that. Funny enough, all this stuff uh, kind of coincides with Casey's time off, and it kind of works
Mm.
well with my travel schedule too, because I'm going to be off anyway. So this is kind of all worked out.
That
So
works out great.
have no fear. Crits will be back
Of course.
July 8th. To the Monday after, which is actually my birthday. So
Oh, very
crits,
nice.
crits will be back for then. So summer schedule is gonna be a little bit different. Casey's taking
Yeah,
some
for
time
sure.
off to spend with the family, which is well
Yeah.
deserved, and I'll
Yep.
do it. When you're on your own boss, you can make those shots.
Right.
So
Exactly. Yeah, you can
um,
definitely do that. So make it happen.
for sure. But thank you
Yeah.
again, Aaron, for doing
Yeah.
this. Appreciate you as a friend and for being willing to help me out in the bind.
Hey,
Normally
always
we would
happy.
have a different type of guest on, but I don't want to cut their episode short because they wouldn't
Right.
be able to partake in the crits, the
Right.
crits
Right.
critiquing. So
Yep.
yeah, appreciate you.
Hey, anytime, man. I'm your guy.
All right, there you go.
I enjoy chopping it up about this stuff with you.
Perfect. Until next time, Aaron and Leon, we out of here.
Take care.
Peace.
Brought to you by VFTV.